I was on my hands and knees, scrubbing their marble floor in the dress I'd bought for myself, when the doorbell rang. My mother barked from the hallway, "Sophia, faster! He'll be here any minute." My father adjusted his tie for the 10th time. My brother smirked from the couch, polishing his pitch deck. They were about to meet Marcus Chen, CEO, Hospitality Empire. The man who could, quote, set their golden child up for life. I kept scrubbing. The door opened early. Marcus walked past my parents' outstretched hands, past my brother's eager smile. He stopped in front of me. "Boss," he said. "Didn't expect to see you here." My parents froze. My brother's folder slipped from his hands, and I stood up. Want to know how the people who raised me had no idea who I'd become? Stay with me. And real quick, drop your country and the time right now. I want to know who's still awake for this one. Hit that like button if you're ready for receipts. Let me rewind. I grew up invisible. My brother got the birthday parties. I got the dishes afterward. He got new clothes. I got his hand-me-downs, even though I'm a girl. He got the biggest room. I got the converted storage closet. My parents had a line they loved to repeat. Your brother has potential. You just need to contribute to the family. Contribute meant cook, clean, serve, smile. I did it all, and I worked. At 16, I started with a cleaning company. Offices, hotels, event spaces. My boss was a man named Mr. Cho. He didn't treat me like help. He treated me like a student. "Sophia," he'd say, "you see this dirt? That's just the surface. You want to know what's underneath? Look at the contracts, the budgets, the people who own the buildings." He taught me about investing, about equity, about keeping records. Save everything, he told me. Every receipt, every email, every promise. I listened. I opened a bank account my parents didn't know about. I funneled every dollar I earned into it. I learned to day trade from YouTube videos at 2 in the morning. I bought my first stock at 17. Sold it at 19 for 4 times the price. By 21, I had 6 figures. By 25, 7. They thought I was broke. They thought I was small. They had no idea I was building an empire while I scrubbed their floors. 3 weeks ago, my mother called a family meeting. She was vibrating with excitement. "Marcus Chen is coming here. To our house." My father nodded like he'd just won the lottery. "This could set your brother up for life. A franchise deal with Chen Hospitality Group." My brother grinned. I stayed quiet. "Sophia," my mother said, turning to me, "you'll cook. That French menu we talked about. Stay in the kitchen. Don't speak unless spoken to." I blinked. "We need you invisible," my father added. "This is your brother's moment." My brother leaned back, arms crossed. "Honestly, if Marcus finds out you're a maid, it'll tank my credibility. Just disappear after appetizers." A maid, that's what they called me. I didn't argue. I nodded, I smiled. I said nothing. Because they had no idea who Marcus Chen really was. To me, the dinner was set for 4 days out. 4 days to watch them preen and prep and polish a pitch for a man who already knew me better than they ever would. I went to my room. I pulled out my phone. And I started making plans. I reached out to Marcus's assistant. I thought I could quietly move the dinner. Postpone it. Buy time to figure out how to handle this without a disaster. But I made one mistake. I used the family computer. The next morning, my mother was waiting in the kitchen. "What is this?" She shoved the monitor toward me. On the screen, an email. "Ms. Reyes, Mr. Chen confirms attendance as you requested. Looking forward to seeing you." My father came in behind her. "You went behind our backs? You tried to cancel?" "I didn't. She's sabotaging me," my brother shouted from the doorway. "She's always been jealous. She can't stand seeing me succeed." My mother's face was red. "If you can't be supportive, Sophia, maybe you don't belong here at all." My father crossed his arms. "Pack a bag. You've got until tomorrow to decide if you're family or not." I stood there, alone, cornered. I had the papers. I had the files. But in that moment, I felt like the powerless kid all over again. Then I remembered what Mr. Cho taught me. Let them dig the hole deeper. That afternoon, I drove to my storage unit, the one my parents didn't know existed. I unlocked the door and pulled out a filing cabinet. Inside was a folder, labeled Chen HG Equity and Governance. I opened it. The first document was a partnership agreement, signed 8 years ago. Signatories: Marcus Chen, CEO. Sophia Reyes, founding partner. Equity stake, 40%. Board advisory role, active. You see, when I was 19, Mr. Cho took me to a hospitality trade expo. He introduced me to a young entrepreneur named Marcus. Marcus had a vision. Hotels that felt like home. Scalable, sustainable, beautiful. He had the idea. I had the cash flow and the operational model. We shook hands. 6 months later, we signed papers. I became a founding partner with a 40% equity stake in what would become Chen Hospitality Group. My parents thought I was cleaning floors. I was building a business, and now they wanted to pitch the man I'd built it with. I smiled. I put the folder in my bag. That was receipt number 1. I had 2 more that would end this for good. The next 48 hours were a masterclass in cruelty. My mother changed the locks on the kitchen. "We hired a caterer," she said. "We can't trust you not to ruin this." The caterer cost $3,000. $3,000 they found in my old dresser drawer. Money I'd tucked away years ago and forgotten. They stole it. And they smiled while they did. My brother, meanwhile, was busy with something else. I checked my phone and saw a group chat I hadn't been added to. Family, aunts, uncles, cousins. My brother had sent a message. "Heads up, everyone. My sister might crash the dinner tomorrow. She's been acting erratic, jealous, a little unstable. Just ignore her if she shows up." The responses rolled in. Crying face emojis. Prayers. "We're so sorry you're dealing with this." I screenshotted everything. Then my father found me in the hallway. "If you cause a scene tomorrow, you're out of this family. Permanently." I looked him in the eye. I smiled. "I won't cause a scene." And I walked to my room. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just pulled up my files and made 3 phone calls. The clock was ticking. 18 hours until dinner. And I was ready. I opened my laptop, logged into my bank portal, and I pulled up a wire transfer from 4 years ago. Recipient: Chen HG Development LLC. Amount: $2,100,000. 2.1 million. Money I'd earned from cleaning jobs, investments, compound interest, and Mr. Cho's early seed capital that I'd multiplied 20 times over. Every dollar I made scrubbing toilets, I invested. Every side gig, every late night, every trade. I built wealth. While they mocked me for being poor, I was stacking 7 figures. That wire funded the flagship Chen Hospitality property in San Francisco. I cross-referenced the transfer with the property deed. Primary investor, S. Reyes. They thought I was their maid. I owned the building. Well, 40% of it. I saved a PDF of the transfer receipt. I saved the deed. I put them in a leather portfolio next to the partnership agreement. Now I had the receipts. Hard proof. Undeniable. Tomorrow, they'd meet the real me. And there was nothing they could do to stop it. Before I went to bed, I did something I'm not proud of. I snooped. My father had left his laptop open in the den. I glanced at the screen. A spreadsheet. Title: Outstanding Loans. I sat down. Uncle Raph, $85,000. Aunt Clara, $60,000. Church building fund, and I'm not kidding, $40,000. Line after line. Total owed, $387,000. My brother's name was all over the notes column. I opened another folder on the desktop. 3 limited liability companies, all dissolved. All my brother's ventures, all funded by my parents, all failures. Then I saw my mother's journal on the side table. I opened it. One entry dated 6 months ago. If Sophia outshines him, we lose everything. She has to stay in the background. We've bet it all on him. We can't let her ruin this. I closed the journal. I understood now. They didn't just want me silent. They needed me to fail so their golden child could look like the success they'd mortgaged everything for. They were drowning, and I was their scapegoat. Now I knew exactly what to do. I texted Marcus at midnight. "See you tomorrow. Let's keep it professional. They don't know yet." He replied in 30 seconds. "You sure you want to do this in front of them?" I typed back. They made their bed. 3 dots. Then, "Understood. I'll follow your lead, boss." Next, I called my attorney. His name is David Lung, corporate and family mediation specialist. "David, I need you at a dinner tomorrow night. As my +1. "What's the play?" "Just be there. If it escalates, you know what to do." "I'll bring the file." I hung up. Then I did something I hadn't done in years. I went shopping. I bought a tailored navy suit. Sharp, professional, heels, a leather portfolio. I looked at myself in the dressing room mirror. I didn't look like their maid. I looked like a founding partner of a multi-million-dollar hospitality company. Because that's what I was. I went home. I hung the suit on my door. I set my alarm, and I slept better than I had in weeks. Tomorrow they'd see who I really was. I didn't need revenge. I just needed them to see the truth. Dinner night. I walked into the dining room at 6:58. In my suit, portfolio in hand. My mother saw me first. Her face went white. "What are you wearing?" "Get in the kitchen, now." I smiled. "I'm good here." My father stood up. "Sophia, don't do this." The doorbell rang. My brother jumped up, smoothing his shirt. My father opened the door. Marcus Chen stepped in. Tailored suit. Calm smile. Assistant beside him. My parents rushed forward, hands out. "Mr. Chen, welcome, we're so honored." Marcus walked past them. Straight to me. "Sophia," he said. "Boss, thank you for agreeing to this." The room went silent. My mother blinked. My brother's mouth opened. Marcus turned to the table. Extended family had already arrived. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all staring. "I assume everyone knows Sophia is my founding partner and board advisor?" Silence. My father tried to laugh. "I think there's some confusion." Marcus pulled out his tablet. He tapped the screen, turned it toward the table. Partnership agreement. Signed 8 years ago. Sophia Reyes, 40% equity stake. Full governance rights. My brother stood. "Mr. Chen, I actually wanted to talk to you about a franchise Marcus cut him off. "I only take referrals from Sophia. Did she recommend you?" Every eye turned to me. I looked at my brother. "No." Marcus nodded. My father's face turned red. "She's been lying to us. She's been hiding." David stepped forward from the corner. He handed my father a document. "Cease and desist regarding the unauthorized use of $3,000 in funds belonging to my client. Will expect repayment within 30 days. My mother grabbed the paper. Her hands shook. Marcus looked at me. "I think we're done here." I nodded. He turned to my parents. "Good luck with everything." And he walked out. I followed. David followed. Behind me, the dining room was dead silent. My brother stood frozen. My parents sat down, surrounded by family, with nothing to say. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The next week was quiet. My parents' franchise dream disappeared. My brother's LinkedIn went silent. The family group chat I'd been excluded from? It lit up. Uncle Rav called my father. "You owe me $85,000. I want it by the end of the month." Aunt Clara followed. Then the church fund treasurer. One by one, they all came calling. I didn't gloat. I moved out. I signed a lease on a condo in one of the Chen hospitality properties. Staff discount. It's small. It's mine. I moved my filing cabinet from the storage unit into my home office. No more hiding. 3 months after the dinner, I got an email. From my parents. Subject line, "We need to talk." I opened it. The message was short, halting. "We're sorry. We didn't understand. We want to make this right. Can we meet?" I stared at the screen for a long time. I didn't delete it. But I didn't reply. Not yet. Instead, I called a family therapist. I sent my parents the contact information with one line. If you're serious, start here. I don't know if they'll go, but I left the door open. Not because I owe them anything, but because I owe myself boundaries, not bitterness. A month later, I stood on a stage at the Chen Hospitality Foundation launch event. We announced a new scholarship for first-generation service workers who want to go into business. People like me. People who work while they dream. Mr. Cho was in the audience. He nodded at me. I nodded back. I gave a short speech. I didn't mention my family. I didn't need to. The scholarship plaque read, Chen Reyes Foundation. For those who work while they dream. That's my legacy. Not revenge. Not silence. Just proof that your value doesn't come from their vision. It comes from your own. My parents saw a MAID. I was building an empire. And I did it quietly, carefully, and on my own terms. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been underestimated by the people who were supposed to believe in you? How did you prove them wrong, or did you even need to? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one, and if this one hit home, subscribe. We tell the stories nobody else will. One last thing. This is a fictionalized dramatization for entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. Always consult real professionals for your specific situation. But the lesson? That's real. Know your worth. Keep your receipts. And never let anyone make you smaller than you are. I'll see you in the next one.